Welcome to Season 2 of On the Mic with Dr. Ace, the Global Mentor Coach, and you're listening to Business Basics. This podcast is dedicated to helping you grow your business. Last season, of course, was a reboot of my podcast where I chose to be transparent about my struggles as a podcaster when I first started back in 2018. This season, I continue to share with you some of the original episodes from that time. There's value in learning from other people's mistakes. We get caught up as entrepreneurs in wanting things to be perfect and just right. And there's nothing wrong with that. But here's the thing. One of the best things we can do for ourselves as entrepreneurs is to be comfortable with being perfectly imperfect. It's from this position of humility that we learn and grow. So as you listen to the podcast, I want you to see and hear the growth and know that if I can do it, you can do it too. It's the holiday season, and I hope you're feeling the love and joy. Google put out a genius Christmas ad back in 2018, and there's so much we can learn from it. In a word, nostalgia. Google tapped into nostalgia and hit the bullseye. Take a listen. Welcome back to another episode of Business Basics. You're on the mic with me, Dr. Ace, the Global Mentor Coach. And listen, I might be a little bit late, but I just saw the Google, I guess it's an ad, commercial, whatever it is. This marketing is genius. I don't care what you say. I love it. If you haven't seen it, go out there, Google it. They literally have just won. I agree with this posting. They have won Best Christmas Advertisement for 2018. They redid Home Alone, but it's the grown-up version. So it's Kevin McAllister, all grown up. The original Kevin McAllister, by the way, all grown up, redoing Home Alone. Complete genius marketing for the year, because Home Alone is like a classic at this point Christmas movie. And so, I love what they did by redoing it. It is hilarious, every bit of it. And what they did was inserted Google. So now, you can tell Google, you have the Google, gadgets and all that kind of stuff. And so through the whole thing, he basically uses the Google Home, Google products to help him. And it's in every single one of his iconic scenes. Genius marketing. This is the kind of stuff that you want to do in your business. Now, you may not have Google marketing budget, and that's okay. But this is the kind of stuff you want to think about doing. Think outside the box. That's just genius. What's good already happening, and how can you maximize it? How can you improve upon it? Of course, I'm sure they had to go to, I don't remember who did Home Alone. I don't know if it's Sony Pictures or MGM, one of them. Or Lionsgate, whoever has it. But I'm sure they had to go and get permission, of course, to redo that whole thing because it, movie rights and all that kind of stuff. But listen, it was just, I'm telling you, the genius behind it, because they've been able to market their products into something that's so iconic. That's just, you can't help but laugh at it. But at the same time, it's just like, okay. So I'm telling you, be creative, get out there and do stuff like that. And it's okay to take a look at what other people are doing. Again, it's okay to look at what other people are doing, because when you look at what other people are doing, it gives you ideas of how you can do it, either do it better or put your own spin on it. Okay. So just a little something I want to share with you, because I thought it was complete marketing genius. If you haven't seen it, go out there and look at Google's Christmas advertising. It is Home Alone. It's just, again, sheer genius. So thanks for tuning in with me on another episode of Business Basics with me, Dr. Ace, the Global Mentor Coach. And if you enjoy this podcast, you can now support it financially and continue to share it with those of your counterparts who are in business that you feel would be beneficial to listening to my podcast. So again, thanks for tuning in with me, Dr. Ace, the Global Mentor Coach. Remember to spread lots of love and light. Here in Season 2, we can hear how much I grew in just a few short weeks of recording my podcast. I can hear the deep breaths I took.
I also noticed how fast I spoke. Another thing I noticed was how unorganized I sounded. There's nothing wrong with having a script or an outline to help you stay focused. Finally, it was the first time I asked for financial support. Don't be afraid to ask people to sow into your podcast. You just have to tell them how, and that's where I missed it. Like I said in my last episode, I got my footing, and that takes time. I'm still growing and improving, and that's the important part of it all. Thanks for listening to this episode of Business Basics. This season's episodes will build on season 1 as I continue to teach you some business fundamentals to help you define and strengthen your brand while learning from my podcasting mistakes from day 1. Go ahead and like and share this podcast. Spread the word about Business Basics. I really appreciate your support and your listening ear. If there are topics you'd like me to cover, or if you need a business coach, email me at info@globalmentorcoach.com. Again, thanks for tuning in with me, Dr. Race, the Global Mentor Coach. Remember to spread lots of love and light. Until next time.